get your tin hat ready for those you conspiracy theorists, because we got some good stuff.
I don't know.
Did you read my next segment? You talking about car prices and blowing up?
Haven't even done it.
So we were talking about the gateway, right?
Yeah,
cars have to be gateway enabled now.
Yeah.
So they are sharing your data just like your cell phone shares your data. I don't know if you know that or not. But they do. And here, just go down this journey with me.
Okay. Are we rabbit holing?
Maybe look. This is where you put your tin hat on real quick, okay?
All right. Seatbelts installed.
I found this article, and I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but I will share a little bit. It says, bad news, your car is spying on you. If your vehicle was made in the last few years, you're probably driving around a data harvesting machine that may collect personal information as sensitive as your race, your weight, your sexual activity. Volkswagen cars reportedly know if you're fastening your seatbelt and how hard you're hitting the brakes. The worst of these offenders are BMW, Ford, Toyota, Tesla, Subaru, that all collect data about drivers, including race, facial expression, weight, health information, and where you drive. Modern cars use a variety of data harvesting tools to include microphones, cameras, and the phone that the driver connects to the car. The worst offender, like I just was with BMW and them, but Nissan is the worst by far, it says. So I bring that up because there was in the news a couple months ago of a Toyota GR Corolla.
Now, GR, I'm almost going to feel like that's a race car.
It is. It is their, like,
I mean, it's a high performance.
Yeah, they're high performance, Toyota Corolla. It's made, it's like Bryce call it a rally car type, right?
That's pretty much what it is. It's a small engine, boosted, turboed, lightweight.
So it's meant to perform, right? So it's going to handle, it's going to cut the corners, it's going to accelerate.
It's going to take off like a rocket.
Okay, right on.
So 2 of them caught on fire. We got pictures of the fire.
All right, so a car catches on fire, man. Cars catch on fire all the time.
2 GR Corollas burned down. Toyota won't honor the warranties.
What? Toyota won't honor the warranties. Why?
Yep. So I think there's another.
200 lots of cars and.
Yep, that's
a complete burned out car.
Yeah, that's one of them.
So what's happening here, Chris?
So the Toyota told the owners the same thing. It was almost a copy and paste. And I actually have Toyota's response in there that they're saying that there it is. Nope, that's not it. There it is. In response to your concerns, a vehicle inspection was conducted on June 24, 2024. The last reported odometer reading was 23,000 miles. 23,000 miles this thing burned to the ground.
Yeah, breaking in.
All right. At the time of the inspection, the vehicle had fire damage to the front of the engine compartment because it set on fire. The inboard side of the engine block had small hole, and the upper side of the internal engine damage. Oil residue was found at the turbocharger at the bottom of the engine of the undercarriage and exhaust pipes. The owner's manual warns not drive in excess of the speed limit. Even if the legal speed limit permits it, do not drive over 85 miles per hour unless your vehicle has high-speed capacity tires. Driving over 85 may result in tire failure, loss of control, and possible injury.
But none of those things happen, Chris.
Be sure to consult your tire dealer, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they said they're not going to warrant it because they know he was driving over 85 miles an hour.
But they're sitting there saying that look, I'm taking that guy to court. I'm taking him to court because you're talking about my tires. My tires didn't fail. Tires
not only that, stock tires for these cars are rated for over 85 miles an hour.
Okay, well then that's a dumbass statement.
Yeah, I would suspect you couldn't even buy a tire for that rim.
You can't. I'm telling you,
was not a performance
you
tire.
You can't. You can aftermarket.
So here's
not
the
factory.
thing.
They're not going to do it.
I'm just using this GR Corolla. We can go down the rabbit hole with this GR Corolla, but now that everybody's car is connected to the gateway, now everybody's personal data information is being shared with whoever they want it to share with. Now, when you download an app on your phone, you are releasing data rights. You're saying, yep, we're going to let you collect this. We're going to let you collect that.
Cookies.
When you buy a car now, that's something that you're actually signing for when you buy the car. Now, you can opt out. I looked it up. You can opt out of this data harvesting, but it's so buried in the fine print to opt out. I don't know that anybody thinks to even do it.
I think the first time that the story came out that I recall, not as a technician that I knew about how much what stuff goes on and does through bus and all that, but that Tiger Woods wrecked his SUV And when they pulled out the PCM, they were able to disclose his highest point of acceleration, how long they were they on an incline, all the stuff that went into it, geometry, turning throw, all that stuff. And that right there told me, man, Big Brother's doing a lot more than we think he is inside of our cars. Because I can go back and screenshot and all this stuff and look at captured data and stuff like this and all this. But I'm really going in there to look for drivability issues and all this. They're peeping on you.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if they're going to use that to not honor warranty claims. Now, we all know, like I have a Harley Davidson. You put certain things on Harley, they're going to avoid your warranty.
Oh, yeah.
And cars do it. Cars are the same way.
Right.
So now, as an auto shop owner, an independent technician, it's going to be harder for you to start working on these newer cars, right? So that's the table squeaking.
Oh, God.
I was like, what's the neighbor up to right now?
But so you're going to have, so you, and we went through this. There's subscriptions that you're going to have to pay for now.
Yeah.
Software subscriptions, hardware, certain computers, certain tablets, just to plug it in, put it in maintenance mode.
Yeah. Coming faster than we think too, guys.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. If they realize, Toyota realizes, hey, you did this maintenance and then you did it improperly according to our manual.
Yeah.
We're going to void this guy's entire warranty, even though you just did a brake job.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with his water pump that went bad.
Yeah.
I got to come from the other side though, too. I'm not a Toyota diehard fan or anything, but I have owned 2 in a row, and the company does a ton of things they don't have to do, to make the entire experience better. So I would kind of suspect that this is a bit of an anomaly and that they'll probably correct course.
It was 2 different people. The exact same copy paste answer, the exact same car, the exact same problem.
But that doesn't mean that whoever's responsible for that communication is not finding a new job and updating their resume.
100%. But the other guy, the second owner whose car burned down, had 7,000 miles on it.
Right.
I mean, and yes, I'm not knocking Toyota. I think they're one of the premier auto manufacturers out there. I wasn't even using. They're just kind of setting up my story of the amount of information about us and how it can be used to not benefit us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot. It's a ton.
But like the insurance company, I don't want to give you your money back. I want to, argue this and dispute and make sure that we have, who's really liability and where and all this. So that's probably just a very first opening response. I think that they're going to feed into the customer's rhetoric. Back come back is going to be a BS statement or they're pissed off BS and calling them on it, and then they'll say negotiations change and whatever. But the more that come out, now this comes out, Chris, and they stockpile 2 of these guys, then 20. That now it's a technical service bulletin, then 40 and 60 and 80 and 300. And now it's a recall.
Yeah.
So you just got to dot your I's and cross your T's and be ready for that.
To burn down before I had to do a TSB.
No. When's it going to kill somebody like the Takata airbags, Yeah,
well, the first guy that happened to, he was driving down the highway.
Right.
It's caught on his dash cam. Like he was driving down, he had to pull over and just engulfed in flames within seconds. It's on YouTube. It's a pretty cool channel. But going back to the gateway, they have an image of like how the gateway actually works. I don't know if Bryce can find it or not.
Nope.
That's a toolbox. This is a cool one though.
Oh,
yeah.
There's the gateway.
Yeah.
So you have this computer, goes to a cell phone tower. They're collecting all your stuff, so it has your service data, has your fuel consumption, has your everything. And ECMs have been in cars.
No, but speed, oil condition, mileage, emissions, failure warnings, and they're telling you, it's telling on you. It's storing your
100%
information.
telling on you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Are there any examples of where authorities have used this data to charge somebody that they thought was doing something wrong while they were driving?
Well,
what way?
I go back to Tiger Woods. They're looking to see if he was speeding. Was it his fault for insurance purposes, or
was that the insurance company though, or was that the law enforcement?
I think it was law enforcement, but all the information that comes out in a case is fed to law enforcement or through law enforcement to insurance companies that they can pick up and say, hey, I don't have to insure him. I don't have to pay this claim. I don't have to based off the case findings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I know everybody, like if you sign up for insurance, if you have recently, they all want you to plug this thing into your car, or they can just get it off your cell phone, but you have to opt in for them in order to collect that data.
Yeah.
But nothing says, like to Bryce's point, if there's an accident or something.
I mean, there's subpoenas for all kinds of things. You can, if something happens to your house.
But Tiana just got a new car, and she went out there and she got by State Farm. They said, look, this is you don't plug this in. It's got a Mercury switch or whatever. It's just based through your phone. It's based through your phone. So she is now being narking on herself. But they said, listen, we're not penalizing you if you drive poorly for this. Here's what we're going to do. You plug this into your car. You let us watch how you do. We gain information about the masses, and also women and demographics and all that goes into it. But that you get to get 1 percentage point off of your bill by having it. Now, that's the minimal. If you drive good and are a good driver and all these things, then they give you up to 10% off on your insurance bill for having this. So there's an incentive to it.
Maybe.
But is it worth it?
That's what they're pitching. They're pitching the incentive.
I haven't wanted to do it yet, but I do have to say that, this is kind of shocking stuff, and people who don't know about this are probably right now a little bit surprised. Yeah. But cell phones have been doing this for a very long time.
100%. Yep.
Oh, we know.
They know way more about you than you could possibly understand.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a real issue, too, because you can't use your phone without agreeing to a terms of service, which allows for all this stuff.
Yeah.
So either you agree to it happening, and nobody reads the 20 pages of terms of service.
That one, yeah.
So either you agree to it and you remove all liability from them, or you don't use the phone.
Well,
everybody uses a phone.
This is why we voted down on amendments 3 and 4 and stuff. They just throw so many things on top of what is a good idea or a needed idea or something, and they want to control or watch or do or be, and it's just not acceptable to us, the consumer.
Yeah, and here's the thing. My question is, I still have my tin hat on, right? I'm just playing devil's advocate here. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah,
so if it's such a good thing, why they bury it? Why don't you tell me? Say, hey, this is what I'm doing. When I'm signing for this car, hey, we're collecting your data. It was like, it was in there. It was read in there in these 10 pages of paper that I gave you that you can't read without a monocle.
Because sometimes it's egregious, Chris. I mean, it's just absolutely
Sometimes
right out.
It's absolutely
foul.
egregious. But everything that they say is good for you always comes out of a guise of, or bad. Something that bad happens always as a guise of it was good for you.
Right.
And so I don't trust it.
We're only doing this for your protection.
That's it.
Chris.
Right.
We're doing this
that's it, Bryce. That's it. So let's get out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Come back next time.
This is the American Car Classes radio program. If you liked it, tell us.